Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the Fridley Moore Lake Area Learning Center's graduation ceremony. We're so happy that you could attend. My name is Jason Bodie, and I'm the Principal of Alternative Services. This is my first year here in Fridley, and I'm really honored to be here to congratulate 21 of our students on their journey and their accomplishments. As I reflect on my first year here in Fridley, I've just truly been amazed, and it's been such a great year and so great to get to know these students and the staff that I get to work with every day. I'm really amazed by the great things that happen at our school each and every day. And first of all, I want to say to the parents and the families, thank you. Obviously, without your collaboration and your support and your being there for your students and for your children, we wouldn't be here right now. So thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. And also, without our staff, this would not be possible. So I want to introduce everybody so everybody knows who everyone is. First, Mr. Josh Thurston. He's our teacher on special assignment. Mackenzie Lorian, she's our school social worker. Nicole Musette, our science teacher. Jennifer Pearson, our math teacher. Jetty DeMars, English and work experience teacher. And then Phil Ryerson, our social studies teacher. And way in the back, we have Karen Risboy, who really is the one that runs the ALC. You want to say hi, Karen? Thank you to the staff. You make each day a great day for these students, and you're the big part of why they're here as well. So each of our students also, they bring a unique personality to our ALC, and it's really been a great year, and the kids have gelled and really come together this year. I've noticed that our students are very welcoming with each other, and they really accept each other, and everybody kind of seems to find their place at the ALC. And I know one of the teachers was reflecting the other day and was talking to a student and had just kind of commented that this student shared with her that it just was a really good place, and that in the previous school the student had been in, there just been a lot of bullies and a lot of problems, and when the student came to us, she just didn't experience that anymore. It just really felt like it was a place for her, and she could really learn and get here to this day. So it's clear to see why everyone is excited to be here, and I'm fortunate to be here as well. Some of my favorite memories and moments this year, one was we built picnic tables at the beginning of the year when we moved into our new space so that we'd have a place to go sit outside during lunchtime, and especially on days like today, we use that quite a bit, and so that was a really great memory. We also carved pumpkins for Springbrook earlier this year, and if you recall, students, the whole building smelling like pumpkins for a while, kind of stinky, but Springbrook was very happy that we helped them with that. We also had our celebration of excellence, and the front room 120 was packed wall to wall with people. We probably fed almost this amount of people in one little room. It was a great turnout. And don't forget our daily Uno and Skippo tournaments at lunch. Anybody participate in those around here? I've tried to play Skippo, but I just can't seem to figure it out, and Mackenzie tries to help me every time, and it's just, I don't know, it's not good. So hopefully maybe by next year I'll figure that game out. Mr. Thurston?
Lunchtime!
Does that sound familiar? I think the bank next door knows when it's lunchtime every day. Yeah, we don't have a bell system, so Mr. Thurston is our lunch bell, and so. And then, many, many more great memories this year. So thank you for those, and I hope you had a great year, and I hope you had a great time with us as you finished up here in Fridley. So you've crossed this finish line, and you should be very proud of yourself. So thank you for coming. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Peggy Flathman, our superintendent.
Thank you, Dr. Bodie. ALC staff, graduating ALC class of 2018. Thank you for this opportunity to say congratulations and to wish you the very best. This is a very important day for all of our graduates and also for the teachers and for your family and friends. And indeed, congratulations are extended to each graduate and each one of you in the milestone that you have achieved today. But also congratulations to all the people that are sitting next to you, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, friends, because in many ways, is as significant to you as you have supported them in this journey that they have had. Addressing graduates is kind of always a difficult piece because it seems kind of disingenuous for me to be giving advice at this point because many of you are wise beyond your years. Many of you have overcome barriers and roadblocks and have beaten the odds to make it here today. So rather than me trying to come up with advice that might not be very meaningful for you, I decided to find out what some other students in other ALCs, just like ours, are saying. And here's what Sherry Martinez said. Here's her quote: "Live, make mistakes, have wonderful memories, and never, ever second guess who you are." And then there's Angel Fuentes, who said, "We are here to prove the people wrong who told us we would not make it." And here's Edward Sims saying, "Never forget that at some point, all of us need help, and always fight alongside those who can't fight alone." But lastly, Jeffrey Acevedo said, "Just because we're from the ALC doesn't mean that we are any less entitled to achieve anything we set our hearts to. We are educated. We are worthy." You are indeed worthy, and I congratulate each and every one of you, give you my very best. Please stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Flathman. And for those of you that may not know, Dr. Flathman is retiring this year and she'll be leaving us. So we really want to say thanks to her and her support for getting us in a new space and really having an eye on the ALC and really supporting the work that we do. So thank you. We have a special guest. We have several special guests in the back from our district, so thank you for coming. But I want to also introduce Dr. Kim Heil. Dr. Heil, do you want to stand for a moment? Dr. Heil will be our new superintendent starting next fall here in July. Thank you for coming. And now I'd like to invite Tiffany Little up. Tiffany is our keynote speaker, and Tiffany was a former ALC student here in Fridley. And Tiffany now works in this building with our youngest students, and the babies, as we call them in this building. And she wanted to come and share a few thoughts with you as well.
Just kidding. No. Okay. I first want to start by congratulating all of you because you graduated, and that's something to be proud of. I'm sure at one point a lot of you thought you weren't going to make it or you would never finish, but you did it. And once I were in those same shoes, I went to the ALC and graduated from here 4 years ago. I started my high schooling at Hopkins. Thanks for the claps. At Hopkins High School, and then I moved to Shakopee my 11th grade year. I there decided that school was not fun anymore, so I started skipping and just not going. I'm sure a lot of you were in those same shoes at some point. And then coming to Fridley, my senior year was a lot different. I went to the high school, started in September. My father passed away in October, and then I decided yet again not to go to school. So I stopped going to school for a couple months, and then when I came back, I realized that my grades were not gonna allow me to graduate anymore. I was a senior, supposed to be in 12th grade, but my grades were like 10th grade level, so I had to come to the ALC. Coming to the ALC, a lot of people at the high school are just like, oh, it's easy and you're gonna pass because they don't give homework and all you do is hang out all day, and you guys know firsthand that's not what it's like. And that being said, you deserve this diploma as much as anybody else. Sounds weird to be a part of the Fridley Public Schools now being an employee, but I'm thanking the ALC for this job. The teachers in the ALC had helped me move forward and find this opportunity, and that's how I got where I am now. I think that you all can put your mind to it and do anything you want to do because you did this, and this was the first step. Just 4 things I want to leave you guys with that I think it is very important now that you are done here and you're going to experience life in the real world, I guess. But the 4 things I think you guys should know is that school is over, but you guys all still have lots of lessons to learn. That being said, you'll learn a lot of those lessons from your parents, actually. You think you're 18 and you're out of here, but just keep in mind that it's important to have, 1, an open heart. Leaving the ALC, going off to college, going off to the workforce, going to the military, whatever you guys have plans to do, just know to keep an open heart and keep an open mind. Number 2, hard work pays off. It's gonna be tough, but just know when you're living the life that you want, you could just think back that you did your homework at the ALC and now you made it. Number 3, love yourself. Pretty self-explanatory. And number 4, the most important one is that when life pushes you over, you have to get back up and push harder. This is not the hardest thing you're gonna be going through the ALC. College is a lot of fun, but also not easy. But you guys can do it, and I know you guys can do it because you passed so much more till today. So, yeah.
Tiffany, thank you for sharing those words with us. The next up here is Mr. Thurston and Ms. McKenzie have a few words they'd like to share as well.
Don't worry, we're not going to dance. We've been joking that we were going to do that this whole time. We almost got uninvited.
We're not,
We can't do it. Right. We're not ready.
but we planned it.
I know, I'm sorry. I can't. Once again, I'm Mackenzie. I'm the social worker here at the ALC. And I would just like to once again welcome graduates, family, friends, and Fridley staff to our commencement. It has been an honor working with all of these students, and we can't wait to see what they do next.
My name is Josh, and I'm the teacher on special assignment. And I would just like to thank all the families and friends and staff members that are here today. Our graduates wouldn't be here without you and without the support that you've provided throughout the year, so thank you.
So as Josh and I were thinking and brainstorming about some really inspirational and uplifting words that we wanted to leave you all with, we kind of started, our creative process was going, and we're like, what do we have in common? What is something we share? And we're like, coffee.
As you know, coffee is extremely important to Mackenzie and I.
And I would say to the community at large.
You can always catch Mackenzie and I with a cup or 2 or 3 each day. It helps us wake up in the morning, be productive throughout the day, and of course, look super cool going around with our to-go cups.
But enough about us. We want to talk to you about coffee's journey to becoming a delicious beverage and how coffee relates to your life story.
All coffee starts off as a small, individual bean that needs to be planted, picked, dried out, roasted, ground, and finally, our favorite part, consumed. The process seems fairly simple, but many different factors play a part in how the final product comes out. Just like each of you, your stories, there are many different steps that have influenced who you are and who you are standing in front of us today. There have been some bitter moments and some moments that have been super sweet. The long process that a coffee bean goes through to become the product we know and love is similar to the events that each of you have gone through to become here today.
So coffee can be roasted for long or short periods of time. It can be ground for espresso shots or French press. You can drink it iced, poured over water, blended with milk, without milk, sub vanilla, add caramel, maybe with whip. But the list goes on and on. It is a constant process of defining and refining what the final product will be. Each of you will continue to build upon your own stories and experience the process of defining yourselves and who you want to be in this world.
Just like the coffee bean, we all go through what's called the grind. Your grind is the circumstances, events, and adversities that each of you have not only faced, but have overcome to get where you are today. We have had the opportunity to see you in some of these moments and witness firsthand how resilient and determined you are when faced with challenges. Just like the coffee bean has been ground, you too will be and have been ground.
Through that grind, there will be setbacks, missteps, disappointments, and triumphs, but ultimately, there will be immense growth. That growth allows you to continue learning, setting goals, and taking the next big step in your lives. Please know that you do not have to go through the grind alone, and that we, as your teachers, social worker, and staff, wish you the very best in the next adventure in your lives. We hope that you all remember your grind and how you got to this moment, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly.
Finally, we want all of you to be your own bean.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, well, thank you for those wise words, but why didn't you bring one for everybody? Right? So now we're on to the best part, to recognize our graduates. So our graduates, when I call your name, I'd like you to come up here to the front and make sure you greet your teachers, and then I will hand you a certificate, and then if you have something you'd like to share or something you want to say, you can take the podium here and say it. And if you choose not to, that is fine. You can just go have a seat with your family. All right, we have, like I said earlier, we have 21 graduates. I'm going to go through the list first of those that are here, and then I'll announce the names of those that weren't able to join us today. Our first graduate that is here is Jennifer Campenseco Rodriguez.
I just want to say thank you to my family and my best friend for being here for me today, and of course, all of my teachers who made this possible. Thank you.
All right. Brenna Dorco. David Garcia. Antonia Goff.
I'm short. So my best friend said to make her cry. I want to say thank you to everybody. ALC most definitely changed my life a lot. Like, they dealt with me through everything, literally everything. I want to say thank you to my best friend's side of family. You know, shout out to y'all. Thank you to my boyfriend, my family that showed up, especially my sisters and my mom. And very special thank you to all the teachers. Very special. And I'm looking forward to these letters in my inbox today, okay? Yeah, I'm really appreciative. And thanks to them, your girl got into St. Cloud U and will be a social worker in upcoming fall.
All right, William Guzman. All right, Danielle Hoff.
I don't know how to really, honestly, if it wasn't for Phil, I probably wouldn't be here, because every time I stopped doing my homework, he would tell me to keep going. So shout out to Phil and Josh, them two. And then the other teachers helped me. Jennifer's really good at math, so shout out for her, because I probably, yeah. So just, thanks, guys.
All right, Sarah Hunt. Tegan Janicek. Siafa Kilazola. All right, Trinity Clinner.
So my freshman year, I was in a transitional school, and very similar to this one, just with more therapy in it. And there I decided that I didn't want to do normal high school. It was just chance that I ended up learning about Fridley ALC through a good friend of mine, and it was honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. I wouldn't have been able to graduate a whole year early had it not been for all the staff and all the support I get here. they individually take time to make sure that everybody here gets what they need and all their needs are met. So thank you.
Samaya Yusuf.
This is my first time. But I just wanted to say thank you to all my teachers, my mother, my aunts, my family, for putting all their hard work to bringing me here today and helping me throughout. And yeah, thank you guys.
I think I got everybody. I don't think anybody else snuck in on me, did they? All right, we have several more graduates that weren't able to be with us tonight for a variety of reasons. Those that weren't able to join us tonight were Warda Ahmed, Joshua Crawford, Emily Fierick, Andre Foster, or AJ. AJ's in Australia right now, so he's a ways away. Azariah Goodwin, James Martin, Nija Rada, Shelby Sheneman, Roy Wilson, and Soror Zaguer. All right, graduates of 2018, you have reached an amazing milestone in your life, and we're all very proud of the work that you've done to this day. I've been proud to be a part of your journey, even though it was only for this school year. I look forward to hearing about all your future successes. Please make sure that you come back and visit, and we'd love for you to come back and talk to our students in the future about, kind of like what Tiffany did, come back and talk about your experiences with us and what it takes to get you here, okay? Congratulations.